Let's get some tunes. Yeah. Man, that's groovy. That's groovy. Whoa, this is groovy. Watch out. Let me work real quick. Let me work. Woo! Clear out some room. Clear out some room. Clear out some room. Clear some room. Let me work. Oh, come on. Let's go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back into the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We are going to be back doing some programming, doing some coding. I wanted to give a shout out here when some people roll up. No, not right now, dude. I gotta code. I can't be I gotta be somewhat professional on stream. Bang 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 bang. Woo! Hey! Come on, boys. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this is good. I like this. Whew. Oh, wants to see the project. Here we go. Alright, you guys, I stayed up till like 2 a.m. last night off stream, just straight coding. Literally just put on the headphones and started just... Felt really good. I only had to look like one thing up. So I was really just, like, it felt like I was just writing like an essay. Bah, bah, bah. Come on, get the disco going, boys. Woo! Nemo's dancing, Nemo's grinding. Come on. You better be come on, just move those shoulders a little bit. It doesn't take very much. Don't be insecure. Just let them move a little bit. Feels good. Woo! Alright. So, we'll pull up the project here so people can see what we got going on. We got a lot done yesterday, boys. We got a lot done yesterday. Not only did we get the accounts page completely laid out. Yes, we didn't style it. We're not going to style right now. We'll style once we get the functionality going. But we got the transactions page. Woo! Look at that, dude. That looks really good, too. I'm really liking our vibe so far. Without styling, it's really clean. It's really nice. So we have 2 out of 4 pages pretty much done in terms of layout. Now, obviously, we can put some like logos. I'll probably put the Stalker logo right here, the little partial logo here. That'll be cool. Let's go ahead and, so the agenda for today. Oh, if you guys, so I wanted to give a shout out to my boys. Oh, sorry, I don't have the chat up. My bad, Tim. Tim's always calling me out on the chat. I can tell he was about to do it. He's throwing a test up in chat. I was too busy vibing. I wasn't even thinking about the social stream. I didn't even start the Twitch. Oh, I missed all the good vibe. We don't vibe code. We just vibe. We don't vibe code. We just vibe. That's the motto of the channel. Don't vibe code. Why vibe code when you can just vibe? Okay, let's go ahead and get the chat loaded up here. I forgot to start Twitch 5 hours in. Yeah, literally, like, I was already like an hour in. I like this one. This one's good. Alright, we got the. I'm gonna throw the TTS on, so keep it clean, keep it right. I want to hear you guys today. Okay. Yeah, so last night I sat on the couch, I cracked open a little adult bev, and I just got to work coding, and I coded until my brain wouldn't let me code anymore because the bev. And then I was like, all right, time to go to bed. So so I just kept coding until for like about 2 hours until enough of the bev was in my system to where it said, all right, it's time to go to bed. We can't do this anymore. All right, you guys. Felt good. It's because I streamed so late on the 4th of July. I didn't really get to kind of just have a nice drink and just chill. Felt good. Felt good. All right, guys. So today my goal is to kind of get some of the functionality, I think, going for this bad boy. Let me just kind of gather my thoughts. So what do I want to get all the way done here? So obviously we have the portfolio page that needs some work. I think I'm going to do the portfolio page last because it kind of we need to work from the ground up with the positions first and accounts, and then that's why we did the accounts page first.
Tim says bro was drinking and coding.
Yeah, my code might not be the prettiest from last one. Maybe did I forget my type hints? Let's see. Transactions.
Just like me.
Let's see, what did I get? I was doing good. I mean, I was using my comments and stuff. I wasn't forgetting my type hints. Yeah, it's funny. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do. We also have to go through the task of blending together our database, right? Our portfolio here. We need to blend this together with we need to blend this together with the program, right? Okay, so I think what we need to do though is we're going to get some JSON serialized errors when we try to save and write stuff right now. So let me go open testing.py here. Right, I have this save portfolio I was working on last night before I went to bed. So what I mean is that if I run here, we get this error. Right, we're not serializable because the account isn't serializable at the moment. So we need to write basically a toDict function for the account. Not for stalker accounts rather, but for the account class itself. So let's open up our account class for the account. I don't know, is this too small for you guys? This is too big for me. It's way too zoomed in. I'm sorry if it's too small. This is like perfect for me. So from my perspective here, I'm on like a 1440p monitor, so the stream is a little bit different because I think YouTube's they do render out into 1440p, but I think they scale the actual output to 1080p, but just have some sort of resolution. I don't know, because the box doesn't ever change that size, whatever, right? So yeah, I don't know. Anywho, or it might depend on device really. But sorry if it's too. Maybe I'll go in one further on my font size. let me go to 20. And then let me zoom in 1. There we go. We'll compromise, okay? Okay. I don't know. I kind of like to see the entire function. I don't like to see just a chunk of it. I was legit thinking of getting one of those, like, dude, I say all this stuff like, oh, I want to get a gaming PC. Oh, I was thinking of getting like one of those huge monitors, like those, like maybe like a 40-inch, not a 40-inch, like a 35-inch monitor, like a big old boy. But I think this is a 27-inch. But who am I kidding, dude? All my money just goes to the stocks. Dude, literally every penny. Besides food and stocks, that's just... But, I mean, I've been doing pretty good so far, so... Knock on wood. Food and stocks, baby. Okay. And rent, don't get me wrong. Okay, so let's write a... Let's write a function here.
Says at that point, just use your TV.
So just use the whole TV. Yeah, I'll just use the whole TV and just... That'd be so funny. That's like those memes. Have you seen those memes of like when people would make fun of people for using like big phones and they would just like grab like a cookie sheet or whatever? They would use a TV. Okay, to dict here, we're going to be given self. We're going to return, right, a dict. All right, we're going to say return. We're just going to return a dictionary here with these objects, right? So I'm just going to go copy right here just so I can get reference. Now I'll delete all these. Okay, and then I'll quote these.
Says what you have built in.
Hey, what's going on, Dig? We're building Stalker still, the Wackathon project. You can see the code in the GitHub. I'll pin, actually all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pin the code. Oh, I wanted to, while I have people here, I wanted to give a shout out to Varenis and Marshall Heartbeat for dropping some comments on my latest video, our SpectroSim demo. So big shout out to, how do you make this sidebar go away? Whatever. Big shout out to those two for dropping some comments on the new vids. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much. This guy said if I want to make it on YouTube, I'm going to need to do an Instagram clone. Got me chuckling. Got me chuckling. So check this out. We got the feature in. What the cat doing? Oh, you guys can't see that. What the cat doing? Caught the cat up here. Yeah, so you want to see a SpectroSim demo video, go check it out on La Channel. I dropped it here. I've been dropping vids all weekend, boys. It's been video mania. It's been a weekend of videos, dudes. I've been busy. Let me tell you, I filmed like 6 videos this weekend. I got them stacked up. I edited them, got thumbnails ready to go, and I've been streaming. So, yeah, I've been taking my naps, but don't get me wrong, boys. I've been working.
Forma says, what state are you from?
I'm from Oregon.
Diblethinder says, Arkansas.
You from Arkansas? Oh, nice. Nice. I'm from Oregon, but I live in La California. Right now. Okay. So we just need to add self here. And then we just need to make these.
No, I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, Pro said, am I from Arkansas? Do I look like I'm from Arkansas? That is, I don't think I look like I'm from Arkansas. I guess I got I don't even know.
Mark Hall and number 039 says, hey man, thanks for shouting me out. You have been the reason why I've been continuing my culinary.
Oh, we got Marshall in here.
Well, I wasn't born here but lived here.
Oh, sorry, Marcus. I thought I said Marshall. We got Mark Hall. We got Mark Hall in here. Hey, man, thanks for the shout out. You've been the reason I've been continuing my journey to code. Nice. What you been learning, dude?
Formadidlathander says, originally from Sri Lanka.
I had a professor. Oh gosh, my bad. I had a professor. He was a super cool guy. He was my boss actually. I worked for him when I was in my undergrad, my senior year. I was looking for work. I was already an undergraduate teaching fellow for the chemistry department, which means I kind of just like was a specialized tutor basically that was like a proven, you know, expert in the classes, I guess. Like I had like 98s in all the classes. Dude, my general chemistry scores were through the roof because let me get this. When I transferred from community college to four-year, right, as a kind of sophomore, junior in between, my general chemistry course didn't transfer all the way. And I think this is why I went into chemistry, is because I just became really good at it because they made me retake general chemistry 1, dude, in the summer when I first got there. So in the summer when I first got there, every day it was an everyday class because it's like a fast in the summer course. And so every day when I got to Utah State, I had to go to campus in the summertime. So hot walking around on campus, and go to this general chemistry class. And I already had taken this stuff, so I would sit there and take kind of minimal notes, but kind of play Clash of Clans. Because I just took the class, like literally like a couple weeks before I just finished the class.
Is the state famous for the game?
And so, but I would go into the exams and I just blew them out of the water. And there was people that were like coming out of the exams and they were like,
It says, Jesse, we need to cook.
Jesse, we need to cook. But there was people coming in the exams like crying. I felt so bad. They were like so upset and like it's like, dang, like I feel you. The first time I took it, yeah, it was pretty tough. I did good in it the first time too, but the second time it was so easy. And so then and then
Happen to know Max Shulga, Utah State 2020.
Max Shulga.
Formadidlathander says,
Is he an athlete?
Utah was created by Mormons.
I don't think it was created. I think there's always been. It's definitely heavily populated by Mormons there. Yeah, that's probably why I could never go back and live there. Coming from a place like Oregon, California. Take this. Stock asset value. Self. Yeah. I think my dog farted. Oh, stinks, man. This guy, that reeks. Oh, that stinks, man. Oh my gosh, that reeks. Okay, I have to go to the bathroom, you guys. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Try putting on a vid for y'all.
It's Kozlov, yeah. Hello. Do you know what this thing's called? Yeah,
Myrtle
this
says what a
section
perfect
right here.
timing for
Take
my
a guess.
entry.
I
Mike's
know you'll
dog
get it
farted.
wrong
A
because
dig
it has
says,
the
"Are you sure it was
goofiest
the
name
dog who
ever. Hero
farted?"
section. It's called
I
a
say-
hero section. I know, kind of dumb. It's actually one of the
A
most
dig.
important
Someone
sections
clipped
on
that.
any
That was a
website.
good.
The reason it's called
that
a hero
was
section
that was so
is because
funny.
says,
Someone's got to
"W
clip
piss
that.
break."
Someone's got to clip that. That is so
Tim
funny.
says that Taco Bell is hitting.
I said, dude, I think my dog farted. Something stinks. And then a minute later, I said, I think I need to go to the bathroom. That is killing me, bro. That is killing me, a dig. Yeah, Marita, welcome in. All right, I'll put this on for you
because
guys.
just like a hero in a story or movie, it plays the most critical role in capturing visitors' attention and drawing them into the content below.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
I stole this definition from this blog post from Magic UI because I had no idea why it was called a hero section either. Now, a hero section is usually this big area at the top that contains your main headline, some supporting text, and usually a call to action button, or a CTA. Your hero section is supposed to grab attention and communicate what your website does in about 3 seconds, because that's how long you have before users leave. You'll see this section everywhere. They can have background images, videos, animations, whatever, but the job is always the same. Hook the user immediately. The tricky part is making them work on mobile. So yeah, hero section, terrible name, important component. And that's exactly what this video is about. UI components that are pretty important, you see them everywhere, but you probably don't know the actual names for. I'm gonna go through the essential ones every programmer should know, because honestly, half of building a good UI is just knowing what these things are called, so you can Google them properly, and of course, copy and steal, take inspiration from. Plus, when you're working with designers or other developers, or I guess nowadays AI, you're gonna
Myrtle
need this
says, "Wow,
vocabulary.
a
You can't just
bathroom
say that
component
spinny
lit.
thing or
Awesome."
those little dots at the bottom. You need to know the actual names. And when I say UI components, it could be something like a specific HTML
Tim
element,
says,
like a
"Bro, what
button,
is this
an entire
video?"
section of a website, like the hero section, or just general components that you see all the time, but you didn't know had an actual name. Either way, it's good to know the names of these components and what they do. So let's move on. We'll start with something simple to warm you up. Let's go with the navigation bar. You see this horizontal menu. Oh, by the way,
Tim
these
says,
components aren't
"Toilet
ordered in any
simulator is
specific way.
crazy."
I'm just going to be listing them randomly. Yeah. You see this horizontal. Oh, and if you already know these UI components, cool, good for you. I don't appreciate your existence. So you see this horizontal menu at the top? That's your navigation bar. Or if you want to sound like a real programmer, you can call it a nav bar. The nav bar is basically your website's table of contents. It shows the main sections users can visit, and it usually sits at the very top, so users always know how to get around. I mean, I guess technically you could have it anywhere, but that might as well be a programming war crime, so don't do that. But on mobile devices, it usually collapses into a hamburger menu. Now, the hamburger menu is its own UI component, but it's still a part of the nav bar. It's just packaged differently for smaller screens. The name is pretty straightforward. You know, it's called a navigation bar because it's literally a bar that helps you navigate. It's a very simple name. I wish other components followed that rule. Hey, where are you going? Commercial break. Yay.
Hey,
Myrtle says, "I think it'll
hello.
show how moves out
I
of
have
the
this
commode."
newsletter called Solve Bites. I share I share some pretty useful programming information every week to make you a better programmer. All you have to do is give me your email. It's free. Yeah, you should check it out.
Now, it's one thing knowing about these UI components, but do you know how to make them
pause. Hello. Sorry. I'm back. My bad. I'm back. Hello. Okay. Where were we? That felt like a long time. Okay, so we were trying to work on okay, so let's do this.
Myrtle says welcome back.
Hello. Okay. So we have this now.
Logix says yo.
So then, if we want to recreate the existing account, though, we have to give it options here. So we need to also say, so stock asset parent portfolio. You have stock asset value, which will be float or none. We would also have unrealized gain of type float equal to none. Then we would have cash of type float. We have to also allow us to construct the class exactly how it was where we left off, right? And then we'll say positions, right? And then I'm going to say this guy here. Right. So then I can remove this. And then we'll say
Sarah says, hi.
hey, welcome back, Sarah. It's been a long time. It's been a minute. How's it going? Welcome back into the stream. Oh, the music's a little bit loud. My bad, you guys. Cache if cache else. Right. Okay. Optional.
Myrtle says instead of setting cache and other values to none by default, you should set it to initial values like cache by default should be 0.0, right?
Yeah. This is not setting to none by default. This means that it is optional in the constructor. So you can either create a blank account by giving just these 3 parameters, or you can fill in the blanks of all the other values to actually make your like a complete custom account. It already has data. So by saying equals none.
Myrtle says, oh, okay.
Yeah, I know it's kind of confusing, but in the construction of like of a function or whatnot, when you say equals none, basically just says is this variable needed? No or yes. Now down here, if I would said none instead of 0, 0 here, then it would be given. Now, by saying unrealized gain, if unrealized gain.
Austin says, hello.
Now, it's interesting. I wonder though, because lately I've been getting hit with none being picked up on some of these if checks when differentiating between none and 0. So I wonder if let me look at my here. I say his name is none. So I'll actually deliberately specify. Okay. So now we'll be able to make a custom account and actually build our account back from the file. So now okay, so let's go ahead and fix account. Okay. So then, now let's go take a peek at, so let's see if we clear. So let's just test right here. We're gonna have to do the position next, but let's go to our testing and then save portfolio. Okay, so let's go to position or portfolio. We have save portfolio here. So what I want to do here is I need to go through the positions and convert them to dictionary objects for each of them, and then apply those as positions for the object. Okay. I'm curious. Let me print. Oh, hello. We reached our follow goal 160. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for we reached a new milestone here. Hey, there we go. There was Mr. 160, Sir Wales. What is that? Oh, I pulled up Twitch on my phone. That's why. Got me. That's why I stopped the music. Hey, Austin, how's it going, my guy? Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Okay, so then let's say...
Myrtle says, oh, so we are using file-based local database.
At least for right now, I think it's kind of fine for just having a... Because this is just going to be on the person's local device, right? So we'll probably have to find a place to actually save this into a more permanent location that isn't, you know, or we'll have to write into the load or some sort of function to detect the path of this current directory to get right and build together the path that way. But so yeah, we'll have to handle that. But for right now, just to get it working, I think I'm gonna write it this way. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna open the file. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this. Updated is converted positions. Or we'll say how do you spell this?
Myrtle says if we are using file-based database, we won't have to implement off.
Serialized. Is that how you spell serialized? Okay. Yeah. Accounts equals to create accounts here. So we'll go like this. Accounts is a dictionary of account objects with the account. Okay, let's do this. Account dot to dict for
Myrtle
account
says there's one
in
extra L in serialization.
Okay, we'll write that, and then we'll say and then we'll go here and go dict object dot sorry. Serialized accounts. Spell this. Siri live. SERI. Jeez, brutal. Okay. Okay, let's try this. It's not gonna work because the positions isn't gonna be serialized yet.
Ax says, hey man.
Oh. Creating accounts here. We need to provide hair portfolio. Oh no. Let's gonna equal none. What am I doing? Because you'd link it with add. Portfolio.add position. But you can give it here. Okay. That's fine. Okay, good. Yeah, portfolio object type portfolio is not serialized. I'm curious, why am I getting this in my trace back here? Why on a print to a dict is this showing up? That's what I'm doing. Oh, not dict. Dict object. Okay, so let's see here.
I was going over some Svelte for an interview and decided to make a real-time dashboard to see the differences BW React and Svelte. It drove me insane how complex the component life cycle in Svelte is.
Portfolio, individual taxable. This is printed. Okay, that's that, and then this is the portfolio object doing investments. Okay, cool. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, perfect. That's exactly what we want. So now what we'll do is we'll remove this. We will remove this. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll go over to our position. I'm going to copy this here. We need to be able to reconstruct these positions as well. So we have ticker, shares, average cost, parent account. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which one's not in here? Name. It's ticker.upper. Unlinked position. Okay. If name is not none, save it to whatever they put it as. If it is none, okay, so that does that. Okay, so now we'll say parent account. Shares an average cost. Okay, so then what we'll do is positions and position. Position ticker as a position. Okay, so what I'm going to do is say position dot to div. Okay, so an account has a positions, which is a dictionary of the values of the positions. Okay, so I have to say current positions are so self in this is the portfolio. So self dot accounts is a list of the accounts. We're gonna have to say account for account in self accounts, right? This will give us all of the accounts. Well, we want the account's positions. All right, let's just do this. Let's say current accounts is equal to this. And then what we'll say is current positions is equal to position account for account and accounts dot values. Okay, and I'll say position for position in current accounts dot. This will give us all of the values, I believe. Right. Then serialized positions is going to be position dot dict for position in current positions. This is account dot dict for account in current accounts. And you set I gotta go to the bathroom, you guys. I'll be back.
task says grow, proof that progress is real with consistency. Michael says, "Sorry guys, be back soon."
Ooh, sheesh, you guys. Sorry. It's not feeling that well after dinner. It's not sitting with me right. Probably TMI, but to be honest with you guys, it's not hard to put together if I'm gone for a while. Just hurt my stomach a little bit. Might have to call it short here, because I'm kind of not feeling that great anymore. All right, let's code for a little bit here. Let's finish this one task we're on, and then let's see. So maybe... Okay, so we get the current accounts, and then out of the accounts, we go into the positions dictionary, and we get the values, which are each of the positions, and we get the position. Create a list of positions. And each position object is going to give a list of accounts. Right. And then positions are going to be given list of accounts in each account. No, so this is a list of accounts. So we want to extract out account dot to two account objects. Okay. And then we want to get a list I'm going to get a list of all of the we print serialized accounts. Thank you for all the cheers, whoever's cheering.
Badu says hi, dude.
Hey, Badu. Throw strap. Yeah, you guys. My stomach is not feeling very good. I had a In-N-Out burger for dinner. I just got a burger and a shake, no fry. And it's messing me up. I'm like, my stomach's really hurting. Can't even really focus. I might have to call it. I'm sorry, you guys. I was off to a hot start. I was feeling good, but I just got died. My stomach started hurting. Can't even. Individual, taxable. And then we have these positions. Then we want to save the positions to that specific account. Okay. Okay, so what we're getting here is a list of all of the position of the accounts, and then the accounts is a positions list, a positions value with positions inside. Oh my gosh.
Hospital, dude, maybe food poison.
Yeah, dude.
Man, I had some leftover pasta from
Stomach's hurting.
dinner and I'm struggling RN too low.
Yeah, is there a bug going around? Yeah, man. Anon's hurting too. Okay, so I want to finish this one little thing here, and then we'll go for tonight. Okay, so then if we have, our portfolio, we're printing out the serialized accounts. So inside there we have positions. So what I need to do is I need to go for every position, right, in serialized accounts. So what do I need to do? I need to, I can't even, I hate all these nested stuff. It's hard sometimes. Sorry, we have a list of the accounts. So we can say for account in serialized accounts.
Everything will be okay until loose motions start. When it started, things gone a while.
Until loose motions. Body chill. Body chill. Class of position. Right, okay. So for account, we're going to access account. We're going to say serialized positions is equal to, right, every
Ax says he'll have some Pepto-Bismol and call it a day. SN says hello, Mr. Michael.
Hey, how's it going? Okay, so hold on. So we have to say stereo. So we have. Come on, focus. What's the loop we need? It's right there. Okay, so for account in serialized accounts, right? This is serialized accounts list. We're getting this account here. Right here. Right? We're going to say, we're going to access its positions list. All right, let's just break it down. Account. positions, account.get positions, right? Account.get positions, else none, else that's going to be, yeah, none, right? We'll say if positions is none, we'll say not, let's deal with the not none first. If positions is not none, then we're going to go through the positions dictionary for position in positions dot values we're going to create a list of serialized positions here as such, and then go ahead and save this in serial we're going to save this in account index positions key is equal to that. We're going to override the current one we got for the serialized values, right? Okay. So that'll update the account in serialized accounts. Now we print account. So we'll say this is the account we have access to, which is to dict. An account has name, we'll go like this. Print account dot count name. I want to say account institution. Successfully serialized. And then I'm going to say print starting to say length of starting starting account dot starting to serialize, hold on. We'll do, length of account positions detected or found in, we'll say, account name, and then we'll give account institution as well. Beginning for positions found I'll say this, we'll actually say num positions equals to, and we'll take this, we'll take it out actually, and then I'll say if num positions greater than 0, right, print this statement. Num positions. Okay, number of positions. If the number of positions is greater than 0, then print that. Else, print, right? See, no positions detected. No no positions found in account institution passing. Okay. Then you get the positions of the account. Okay. Hey SN, how's it going, my guy? Happened to my TTS? Click it stopped. Okay, so then what's going on here? So we're getting the current accounts, serialized accounts. We're saying account positions. We're overwriting them. And we're going to set the current account to the position. We have to convert it though to a dictionary with our toDict function on the position. Now we can print let's say what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and print account name institution, say I'm going to take the length account okay. We serialize the account. So then at the end of this loop, we'll just write it and then try to open and then dump the dict object of the accounts with self. These are these serialized accounts, which are in accounts. So now we need to take the serialized accounts and save it. Like we're saving the serialized positions. we're saving the serialized positions here. Right here. We're getting the current positions out of the accounts that are serialized. Okay, and then we're writing them. Account institution. Line 97, let's see, portfolio. Account institution. Am I spelling it wrong? I could be spelling it wrong. No. Oh, I think I look like this. Well, first off, that seems to be like that, because we can't call those inside literals. Or in doubles. I don't think. Maybe it doesn't matter because they're in their own little bubble. Okay, let's try this one more time. Not callable. On line 100. Oh, I did the same thing here. Bruh. How many times did I do this? Come on, baby. Well, okay, so let's look at our prints. Individual taxable with Robinhood successfully update serialize. One position found in individual taxable with Robinhood. One individual taxable with Robinhood successfully serialized. Individual taxable with Robinhood successfully serialized. One position found in individual taxable with Robinhood. One individual. Roth IRA was successfully serialized. Portfolio dictionary successfully created. And then it tried to get rid of these parentheses. Okay, so then the thing is though, is I'm not, I also have another error where I'm saying positions. This on 2dict. So it's calling this, and then it's setting these to accounts. So I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna print. Serialized accounts. Okay, so here's the accounts. So name taxable account, Robinhood, parent portfolio is okay, so parent portfolio is still a reference to itself. Okay, so each of these accounts and then each of the positions are also having reference back to the parent account. Okay. We don't need to give that information. So let's just set this to a tuple of the name and the institution. Okay, so we can just overwrite this then. Who's all here still? Anybody here? Who's all here? I'm just talking to myself. So then let's overwrite and serialize. So right, okay, so where do we need to do this though? That's the thing. Here's where we're serializing all the accounts. And then we're going through every account. Here in this. So then let's go here and set account this is a dictionary. So account has a parent portfolio. Right, is going to equal to a tuple where the first is going to be an F string and the second is also going to be an F string. Right, and what are we going to have here? We're going to have well, this is just the parent portfolio, so actually this one doesn't really matter. Let's just save this to yeah, it's fine actually. Let's just say self dot right, self dot name. That's it. Right. Right, this will be overwrite current account parent portfolio variable as why can't I pronounce this? Serialization. Okay, and then when we get to right here, we're going through every position, and the position is linked back to the account as well. So we put the positions in the account positions, right, that were the objects, dictionary with objects. I put them as now just a list of dictionaries, right, converted dictionaries. Well, why? The thing is, why am I like deconstructing this? Why don't I just go into it and convert each of the values rather? Like, my brain's slow and not working. So why don't I just go through self, accounts, go through all of the accounts positions, So if I go I don't even know what I'm doing. Hold on. Let's just run. Oh, I'm trying to override the accounts within each of the positions because now I got parent accounts. Let's just doing investments. Okay. So yeah, so in the portfolio for each of the positions, I don't want to loop through twice. I'll just loop through once. I'll set this as just a list and then say for position in account. No, I can't do that because I don't want to. The positions not values. We're going to first position and positions. Right, positions is a dictionary.
Emma Gerliver says, do each of your type, portfolio, account X have to dict functions?
Yeah. So definitely need to go back through and clean this up. I'm just trying to get my ideas, my thoughts out here. It's just I'm starting to get confused because we're getting deep. We're almost there though. We're just like Alright, so we're looping through the positions now. After we've serialized the account, and now we're going through the account. Right, we're going through we converted the account to a dictionary. Now we're going through the account's dictionary value for well, I mean, I could do it like I could serialize all the positions first and then serialize the account and then return the account into a serialized list. But it's the same way, I guess, just a different way of doing it. So if I'm like, okay, so we're in the position.
Emma Gerliver says, Would it make sense for the account to dict function return them serialized?
Yeah, they are, right? So, oh, in terms of, and then we wouldn't have to worry about this. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea, actually. Yeah. Yeah. That would make sense. Okay. Okay, let's think here then. Let's go to our position, and then here we have self.parent account. I don't want to set it to parent account because that is an object. I wanted to set it to parent account dot name. So I'm going to set it actually to a tuple of self.parent account dot name and self.parent account self.parent account institution, right? So that'll handle the override of the name. This is a string. This will be a tuple. This will be a string. Float. Okay. So then account we have parent portfolio. We can set to just self.parent portfolio dot name right. So then in the portfolio what do we need to do then? We need to when we call self.toDict here, we need to have a function here for overriding the accounts for propagating so then account has positions here, self.positions. So this will be a list. No, let's go. Yeah, let's do a list of position.toDict for position in self.positions, right? Okay, that'll override all the positions in the account itself. This is way easier. Thank you so much, emo girl lover. Emo girl lover. He was an emo girl lover. Right, so now we'll override all the positions here initially. And then I'm going to print as well here. Well, this will return. So this is actually, so let's go serialized account is equal to this dictionary. And then we'll say so maybe I should just say serialize. Is that a better word for this function? Just serialize? Or is toDict better? Like, what do you guys think? I know toDict can be like easier to follow, but we're also changing this more than converting it into a dictionary. We're also serializing. We could say toDict serialize. Right, toDict serialize. Whatever. And just keep it toDict. So then I'm going to actually whatever. I'll just return this, and then we'll handle the prints in the other one. So position returns that with this changed. This returns that with this changed. Now in the portfolio, in the save portfolio, we don't need to do this or this or this or this. All this goes away. Wow. But I am going to go like this and say here, I'm going to take this out too. I'm going to take this though, bring it out here.
Harry says hello, Michael.
Hey, Harry.
Sadiq says, what are you coding?
Yeah, I'll show you. This is my Stalker application where you have a portfolio. I still need to build this page more, but you have accounts page. I haven't styled anything. This is just raw widgets in their place. I just got them where they want them, structured and placed up and organized. And so you have a portfolio, and then you have accounts within the portfolio with positions. And then you can, and then those positions have, obviously you make transactions throughout, just that log, like throughout these events that you do, and those can be viewed here in the transactions log. Then you can view and filter for them. But in the accounts here, you can add cash, update cash, refresh to like get the current values of the stock market with what Yahoo Finance, Y Finance. And then you can sort through your positions. And then you can specify which accounts you want to just specifically look at the positions within. So I'll like search Roth IRA, view, that'll populate all the Roth IRA positions, and then I can sort through them that way. Or I can select all and view all positions and then get them that way. And then those propagate back up to a total portfolio view where we'll have like a pie chart here for like showing the distribution across all your accounts with the total value, and then like just some stats about your portfolio, like date created, current date, total value, like yearly, whatever. It's coming together. Dude, my stomach hurts though. Oh, I want to just finish this real quick. Okay, so a portfolio. Right, on save portfolio, we just call toDict on self. No, because we have to go through all of the accounts and call toDict on the accounts. Okay, but to, okay, so then let's convert the to dict here in the portfolio for the accounts here to go through and do it for us. So let's go here and say account.toDict for account in self.accounts. If accounts, if self.accounts.
Sadiq says looks complicated. When did you start making this project?
About honestly, about like 5 or 6 days ago, maybe about a week ago, maximum. We move quick here, boys. We move quick. I've been teaching myself about a year. I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry, and I've been teaching myself how to code for about a year now. I stream every single day around 7 p.m. PST, where you can watch me code live, read books live, do courses, teaching myself how to code. Hey Himnal, how's it going? Thanks so much. Are you talking about SpectroSim, our latest drop video? Else, just be...
Formidable Thunder says, I love talking about dicts because it sounds like a different word. TF.
Chill. Okay, let's just undo that. So then we'll go here and do the same thing.
Sadiq says, that is insane progress. Keep up the good work, man.
Okay. Oh, you guys, I'm sorry. I gotta go to the bathroom again. Dude, this in and out is wrecking me, you guys. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Harry says, dance baby.
Got people here still. You guys are awesome. Holy crap, my bad, y'all. Man. Oh, jeez. Sorry, man, dude. My stomach's getting wrecked. How's everybody doing? Okay, we're almost there, I think. So, where we leave off? Two dick. So we call this, just save this. Now let's just get rid of this. Sometimes two ticks. Who's anybody here? Okay, so now if we run, let's see. Look at this. This is what it looks like right now.
Myrtle says bathroom 5 minutes still on, bro.
Oh, my bad. Dang it. Okay, so let's see here. Just
Hymnal says I'm Nux by the way. I left the comment yesterday. I actually just got done studying my JS for the day and I was reading over your code. Hymnal says this is put together really well.
Oh, nice. Oh, did you go over on GitHub? Did you look through it on GitHub? Yeah, I've been trying to organize it really nicely here and get it all situated so far. Okay, so we want to... What's our error here? Our error is... Stir object as an attribute to dict. Stir object, so obviously it thinks that it says the account is a stir. Oh.
Mriggle says just curious. How many monitors do you have, Mike?
Well, I have, I guess, if you technically are speaking, I've got 3, just my main one here, and I've got, one that's vertical over there. It's an old, really crappy, just
Sati
1080p
says
one.
IDKY,
And then
but
my
Python
laptop
code
here
looks
that I have
very
this
similar
OBS
to
on.
JS code.
Oh, really? I don't really like JavaScript. I can't write it for some reason. I just suck at it. Probably because I didn't have practiced enough and given it a fair shot, but I can write Python though. Okay, so positions by values. Then, so positions. Out of position.
Mriggle says ooh, proper programming setup.
I definitely need a new monitor for this guy. This vertical one is a piece of crap. And the vertical, the mount, I don't have it's not the right screws or whatever. So I literally just have these makeshift screws I found going through.
Sentinel says why do you
And then I have it just hooked onto the mount somehow to make it stay, and so it's just staying there. So I have to be pretty careful. I'm a data science. Data science is pretty relative to something. Oh, it's pretty loud. That's pretty loud. My bad, guys. Data science is pretty relevant to what I do. I do a lot of data science, but manually right now, through manual matrix interpretation and manipulation to predict theoretical values and outcomes of concentration yields for large bulk solutions for my job. I'm a formulation chemist for a biotech company. I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry, and a big part of my job that I kind of do over and over again that I've kind of become a specialist in, that they just kind of keep having me do because I keep getting good results, is that I have to kind of manually manipulate these solutions to blend them together into a mass amount of pool of liquid that has varying levels of all these different analyticals in them. So levels of sodium, protein, all these, but tons, 60 or 80 of them that I have to balance all at once. And so I have to use this matrix and kind of mess with it, and it's really elaborate and
Also a similar concept for the save to dict stuff would be serializer for JSON dump, so it knows how to handle type values it doesn't understand.
What do you mean? Also similar concept for the saved. So you're saying that like in this here, right, in the toDict here, right, it doesn't know that this account has values, or this account is, right, it just says any, right? Because accounts is just here. If accounts is a dict of stir. It knows that's here though. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, let's see here. I think this might work now. Let's try it. Let's see what does our portfolio look like. Okay, it's empty, good. Oh, not.
Emma Gerliver says, the JSON dump tries to assume the type. If it's dumping a class, it uses the refer or str response.
Oh. Some typo. Let's try it again. Okay, no error. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth, you guys. Moment of truth. Oh! That looks really good.
Says, how long have you been learning Python?
That looks awesome. That looks exactly like kind of like standard stuff you would get back from like responses like for REST APIs and stuff. So that's really cool. This is like a really nice structured project we got going on here. Hey Jonathan, we've been learning for about 1 year now. I've been doing everyday streaming around 7 p.m. PST after my 9-to-5 job as a chemist for about 8 months, but I've been teaching myself for about 1 year now. The first 4 months were pretty part-time as I was just kind of figuring out, and then I made my channel and started streaming it every single day to capture and kind of log myself doing it and keep myself accountable, and also meet some people that are doing the same thing and, you know, help them if they want help, and yeah. Dude, this is sick. Okay, so right, you have your portfolio here and then your accounts. And then you have all your accounts here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to overwrite the toDict function to list the accounts at the bottom. So here I'm going to put the accounts at the bottom just so it's more organized, so you can kind of get a better view. So now if we run this is sweet, we got it. Yes. I was kind of not wanting to write this yet. I was like, oh, this is gonna be annoying to write, but it was really easy. That was really easy. Dude, Emo Girl just literally saved our life. Like, that was such a good idea, dude. That was such a good problem-solving idea. Everybody get some hearts and chat for Emo Girl Lover. Hearts and chat for Emo Girl Lover. Because we were writing this function to save, and we were manually going through the portfolio, getting the accounts, serializing them all with their toDict, and then going through each of the accounts that were serialized and serializing the positions, and then putting it all back together. And I was like, oh, this is annoying. But he had the great idea, or they had the great idea, to just go to each of the positions, because there's a toDictionary function for each of them, each of the objects, to just go into the toDictionary of each of the objects themselves and just serialize it in that function alone. So we just took the parent account, which houses the object of the account parent, and just wrote it as, okay, just make it a tuple as like the name and the institution of the parent account, so we have reference of kind of just some flags basically to kind of build it back together, and that, or else it's none if it's not linked. And then that serialized that one, and then we went to the position, or that is the position. Then in the account, what we did is in the toDict here, we just took the account parent portfolio and set it as the parent portfolio's name, right? Because there's only one parent portfolio, so it's really easy. You shouldn't have to link back multiple portfolios, so the name is enough. And then just to get, because this is the class object of the parent reference, right? so we can link back to its cache values and send that value back up. Think of it like a linkage tree, almost like a linked tree in some way, where you have portfolio, accounts, positions, and then you change something in the positions, that propagates up to the account value, that propagates up to the portfolio value. And so then you have, and then what we did is we took the positions and then we just converted each position to its dictionary for every position in the position's values, else it's just a blank list if there's no positions, right? So that should serialize it right then and there. So we just used our pre-existing functions just to do the, and now what we mean by serialization is JSON doesn't know how to write like our custom class objects, so it needs to write things that are like lists or dictionaries, with like stir, int, float, the standard object types that are kind of built in. Now I'm not sure if there's a way to make JSON know how to do your custom objects with like dunder methods or something like that. That could be interesting, but I don't really know too much other than that. If you guys have any useful tips or tricks with that, let me know your guys' hints. And right, okay, cool. So now what we got is, now we have a main function here within our portfolio called save portfolio.
Myrtle says, why is position name formatted that way?
Position name. Oh. You're talking about this? Is that what you're referencing, my guy?
Myrtle says, in JSON file you just wrote.
Oh. Yeah, so it's just like, it's just a string basically, so I could parse it out. I don't know, like it's just, that's the ticker symbol of the position, and then that's the account that it's in, right? And that's the institution that it's in. That's the name of the account. It's just a custom little string I wrote for. I don't know. I could have made it anything. It's this right here. So if you don't have it linked yet, right? It's just the ticker symbol, right? Apple, Microsoft, whatever, uppercased, and then it's unlinked, right? To indicate that it's unlinked. Like I could have made it like a tuple or something, but I just have it as a string, which I probably should maybe just make it a tuple. But names are typically a string, right? So I just kind of want to give it like a more of a name representation to visually show, rather than just Apple as its ticker. I gave it like a name representation, like kind of like a repper almost, or a stir actually, dunder stir, to kind of resemble like more of a detailed, okay, this is the name of the ticker not only, but the account that it's also associated with. Because you can buy Apple in many different accounts, right? I can buy Apple in my Roth IRA, and I can also buy Apple in my taxable account, right? It's just I have to pay tax on it if I buy it in that one or sell it in that one versus the other one, on the gain or loss, whatever. So, but you just have like reference.
Somewhere on the front end as it is?
Are we going to display that name somewhere on the front end as is? Yeah, so I'll show you here. In our front end here under accounts, you'll be able to, when you go to your accounts here, you'll have a list of all your current account names. And you can click on one, right? I should probably put here the institution as well, like in parentheses, so you can see. And then you can click on one, and then you can say view, right? It's nothing, no functions or no command functions are written for the events, but you can say view, and this will populate all the positions within the Roth IRA. And then you also have the option to do all, and populate that and populate all the positions within your entire portfolio of all the accounts. And then what happens is, you can see here we have selected account right here. It might be kind of hard to see because it's not super big, but because I haven't styled anything yet, but you have selected account is Roth IRA currently, and then it has the value, the cash value, the total, the stock asset value, and the total value of that account. So if I were to say all and press go, it would put all here and then show you the entire portfolio view, right, of all the positions. So you would be able to see the name indicated. This whole thing I'm doing right now is basically so we can save the state of all of the current portfolio onto disk, all of the positions, all of the accounts.
Riddle says we are not displaying the name as it is anywhere, right?
I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, you're talking about that name itself? I mean, in terms of like, I'll probably will for like prints and stuff in the command, so I can track it. It's mainly for me. And then what I will do is, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, we're getting a complete like screenshot basically of the entire portfolio onto disk. The name, all of its values, all of its accounts, all of the positions within the accounts, yada, 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 yada. So cool. I'm pretty happy with that. Nice. That looks awesome.
Riddle says because all the data in the name string is already there as different values like institution, account name, etc. So aren't we just allocating extra memory?
I mean, yeah, but it's just like one variable. It's really like not, I mean, it's not a ton, it's just one string across like maybe like 100 different strings of like a couple characters. It's not that big a deal for this kind of small project. I mean, we can get rid of it, doesn't really matter. Okay. So we save the portfolio, we dumped it with 2 ticks here.
Riddle says every account can have many position and a single portfolio can have many account.
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like a single string though isn't going to kill the bank.
Riddle says I'm just saying.
Across like what? You have like what? 200 strings, 300 strings, even like what? 1,000 strings of that type of size isn't going to really wreck us. Okay. Next. Let's go ahead and say, I think that's good. That's what I wanted. So do I want any like print indications of what to do here? Okay, so let's just see. Let's go open up. Why does this keep closing? It's not closing. Okay, that wrote. We got this here. Okay. So then I'm curious, should I include like a snapshot time as well? Like at the start of this, like a header to give like the time and date of the snapshot and when it was saved.
Emma Gerliver says personal learning project. Shouldn't be a big deal. Might be valuable to consider that as a refer function if you wanted to expand but.
Yeah, definitely. We could label it as a dunder stir. Isn't the repr supposed to be more for like recreating the object if you wanted to? You have like the dunder stir to represent like just a print. I mean, both of them will, one defaults back to the other, right? If the stir isn't there, it'll go back to the repr. I'm not sure. It's probably just tomatoes.
Chalengerisi says nah.
No.
Emma Gerliver says, correct, STR is right.
Stir? Yeah, so dunder stir. That would be kind of like what you would want it to be resembled as.
Chalengerisi says refer is when you call print on the class.
Well, yeah. I mean, repr will, but the primary that the print calls to, the first check is on the dunder_stir method, and then it defaults back to the repr. The repr is typically like a representation in string form of what you would use to recreate the class again. Typically like a stir almost of a dictionary, or basically a stir of the line to do of position with all of these filled out. At least that's what like Fluent Python and like DSA Python say. Okay, so let's do that then. Let's take that. Let's say go to our position. Let's take our name here. We can remove name here, right? Now let's go ahead and let's just leave this for right now. Let's go ahead and define
Chalengerisi says, oh my B, didn't know where you would, haha, what you making anyway?
No worries, dude. Let's make a dunder stir call to this, and let's return a string of this self.ticker upper unlinked position well, the thing is I override this value. I override the linked position portion when I get a linked parent account, because the parent account can be none by default, or can be none not included into the construction. Right, which will set parent account to none here. So if equals parent account, if parent account, else, what do we want to set it to? Well, just leave it as none, right? So if we leave parent account as none, so I'll say this: if self dot parent account is none, we'll return this string representation. What I'll do is I'll extract this out, I'll do this, and I'll go base is this. And then I'll say return stir f string of base, and then that, right? Now I'll remove this, and then else will return if it's not none, right? We'll return this same string. What's going on? Right, but we'll say here, because when I go in my account here, when I add a position, I update the position's name to this to get reference to the parent's name and institution. So let me just take this then. Let me just take this then, and then put this over here as such, and then say self dot parent account self.ticker.upper. So this will just be then just base.
Jin1T says, is this a game?
No, it's a stock viewing, like stock portfolio tracking app here. If you guys are on Twitch and aren't following, please follow along. I appreciate you guys. We're at 160. We crossed 160 today. We're moving up on YouTube too. Hoping pushing for 3K on YouTube. Streaming every single day. Stream every single day around 7 p.m. After my job as a formulation chemist. Okay. So what were we doing? Okay, yeah, we set the stir here. So then what I'll have to do is, let me look up name here. Do I set name anywhere else? Parent account, self.name here. So then let's just remove this from here. Okay. So then let's go here and look up name. Well, let's look up position dot name. Nothing. We just look up name just in case. Name, self-name, name, self-name title, self-name, parent portfolio name title, self-name, parent portfolio, self-name, title, parent portfolio title, self, position 2 dict, position 2 dict, remove the name out of it. So now we just have 1, 2, 3, 4. So to construct this, I could say float or none and equal none here, so you don't have to provide it, right? For all of these, really. And then I'd have to say 0, 0, float shares if shares is not none, else 0, 0. Okay, whatever. It's not a big deal. Okay, let's see here. So now if we go and run testing pi here, portfolio. Save portfolios with open. Won't with open. Other question. Won't with open always make the file? Oh, except for file not found because it's a path error. Okay, so if the file isn't found, it raises a file not found error because of the path, not because the file itself. Okay, so then let's try this. Let's delete this. Run testing.py here. Boom. Boom. And now we get this, where we have Deming investments, stock asset value, unrealized gain, accounts, individual taxable Robinhood, linked to Deming investments, stock asset value, unrealized gain, cash is 0. Good, it's fine. Then the positions, ticker, parent account, shares, average cost, name, fidelity, parent account, shares, average cost. Okay, now good. Okay, so now we got rid of the name. Now we have it refactored into a under stir method here for getting access to. Now I'm going to take this. I've actually never really written it under stir. I'll make sure I did this right. Okay, cool. So now we have a save here. So I guess the next step, right, is for us to finish this load function. Because this will create a class. So then let me go to testing.py here. Let me call test portfolio. Let me call portfolio.load portfolio. File path here is going to be app/database/portfolio.json. So we call load portfolio. This returns a portfolio object. And now I'm going to call print to loaded portfolio.toDict here and see what happens. Okay, this got went to bool. Let me just print the loaded portfolio. Deming investments accounts is true. Cash is 0. Stock asset value is true. Unrealized gain is true. What the heck happened? Okay, so this load portfolio is broken. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we'll have to write this from tomorrow. So join us back tomorrow, you guys. Thank you guys for the suggestions on the Dunder Stir, Myrtle, and Challenger, and Emo Girl. Appreciate you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys all for being here, the new guys. What's Crick UE? What do you mean UE? What's up, Jin? Thanks so much for coming in. Thanks for coming in, Jonathan Garcia, Sentil, Sadiq. Thanks so much. Heimnal, Harry Badar. Thanks for coming in, dude. Aurora, thanks for coming in.
24-hour stream lol. Myrtle says question. What does used for?
The bar. So this is like a union between two dictionaries. So this will take whatever is in dictionary number 1, and basically it's kind of like in place add almost. So it'll take all the keys that are in dictionary 1, and if the keys that are in dictionary 1 are in dictionary 2, it'll take the values of those keys in dictionary 2 and override them the values that for those keys in dictionary 1. So and then it would return that. So it would basically, I was taking the defaults, which are the defaults, and then overriding the defaults with whatever the saved values were. But currently it's broken because I think we're not parsing through the accounts correctly. Right, that's my first assumption, is because we're not going through the accounts and telling it how to create the accounts, basically, and how to create the positions and whatnot. It's not getting it all, because we're doing a lot more than just saving a single dictionary value. We're saving all of this, so I think it's having trouble.
Myrtle says, oh, okay.
Yeah, I just recently learned that too in Fluent Python. We just read that on the stream here. Sorry, yeah, no 24-hour stream, boys. The vacation is over. I go back to work tomorrow. So we had a 4-day weekend, which is really, really nice. It flew by really fast, but honestly, I wish I had more time. It was a lot of fun hanging with you guys and streaming longer hours. We did I think yesterday we did 6 or so hours or something. And then on the day before we did 4 or 5, and the day before we did 4 or 5. So we did some long streams this weekend, you guys. I also posted 4 videos this weekend, so a lot of content. So thanks so much for being here. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and fix this load portfolio function, which will basically, yeah, in some instances, right? It's the union operator. So in this instance, we're going to take basically our file here and create a portfolio again, create an account, and then create positions for each of the kind of the data points within here. We're going to go through, parse the file, and create back the portfolio into its original state, or into its workable state again inside of the. So why we're doing this is because when the program runs, right, it needs to load back all the information from the file back into the system. So we need to recreate all of the objects and populate them back into here, and then have them become workable again. So while the system is running in its loop, we can get access to them and update them and use their object instance methods and update and delete and whatever. And then we can just, when we save, it'll rewrite, and then when you exit, it'll save and rewrite it back to its state here. So you're just kind of think of it as taking a screenshot of what it looks like and all of its features and data points at that moment, putting it in your pocket, going away, and then when the program runs back in, taking it out of your back, and then kind of redrawing the entire picture again, right? Now, I wonder if there's probably better ways of obviously of having cloud stuff where you just tap into a cloud and all your data is already there, so you're not writing and reading from a file, taking more time for loading times. There's those types of resolutions where it's always, the data is always accessible and in its workable state. It's just kind of in a cloud state, right? There's obviously those types of environments that we're just kind of not using right now, but yeah, I think it's fine for this type of project. What do you guys think? Let me know. Please join my Discord link down below, where you can get access to all of my resources from every book in Python that I've been reading, Python Crash Course, DSA in Python, Fluent Python, Hands-on Machine Learning in Python, all of that jazz, as well as my own personal notes I took during these readings and while I was streaming. I also have weekly course breakdowns of Harvard CS50X. We took this course at the beginning of this year, and I have a week breakdown for each week. and I'm currently going back through, and I just uploaded week 8 part 1 of kind of a backlog recording of the stream, broken down for you guys to just watch along with a friend. If you're taking that course, you can watch the weekly lecture with a friend rather than just by yourself. And then obviously you can participate in this project Stalker if you want. You can access and discuss features and get what we're talking about and suggest ideas and whatnot, and contribute if you'd like to contribute. Besides that, thank you guys so much for being here. I also share some stonk plays here. Be on the lookout for AMD over these next couple weeks. Anyways, I'll see you guys over soon. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. We stream for 3 hours today, so a good, nice, successful, long stream where we were able to write and get our let's push this up. Our save function and convert a lot of these stuff into appropriate. So fix.
Myrtle says have a good night, buddy.
To dict method to serialize. Long commit message here. It's fine. All right, feeling good about today. Feeling good. Thank you guys so much for being here. See you in the next one. Oh, music's fading out. Perfect. Bye, y'all.